TCG Live has had its ups and downs over the years, but that could be all about to change as one of the most popular Pokemon trading card game formats is about to be added to the game. Let's get into the video. In this video, I'm going to explain what the Gym Leader Challenge is and how it's slightly different on TCG Live compared to Tabletop GLC currently, pros and cons of TCG Live's GLC format compared to what GLC really is, what TPCI has had to say and has done about introducing the format to the game, and finally, what could this mean for the game and its player base going forward. With that being said, let's get straight into it. The Gym Leader Challenge format, or GLC for short, is a relatively new additional format of the Pokemon TCG that is the brainchild of popular PTCG content creator Tricky Gym, first established in the summer of 2021 when tabletop tournaments were indefinitely postponed due to COVID-19. This encouraged Tricky Gym to try out the Pokemon TCG with different rule sets to make games fun and interesting, as both recognised formats, standard and expanded, were getting a little boring at the time. Hence, Gym Leader Challenge was born. Let's go take a look at the rules though. So, what are the rules of the format? Well, you know all those shiny cards that are part of your collection that have rule boxes and all the best cards in your deck? Well, you can't play those in this format. 2, you can't have more than one copy of a card in a deck except for basic energy. And 3, all of the Pokemon you play in a deck must be of the same type. It's basically trying to mirror what it's like to be a gym leader from the video games but in the Pokemon TCG. But now that you know what the Gym Leader Challenge is and what all the rules are, in case you've been living under a rock, let's get into the differences between TCG Live's version of GLC and the real GLC format. The most notable difference between each version of the format is the number of cards that are available for play. The real GLC format states that it supports cards from black and white forward, whereas when GLC comes to TCG Live on the 8th of May 2025, it will only support Sun and Moon cards onwards. Why is this? Well, TCG Live has only ever supported Sun and Moon forward since it came into its beta testing phase in late 2021, and the community has been asking for black and white and XY card support for years now, but I'm going to have to save that rant for another video. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that GLC has its own ban list as well, and Twin Energy and Double Colorless Energy have been added to the ban list as of 24th of April 2025. TCG Live has the same ban list as normal GLC, but because it only supports Sun and Moon onwards, as previously stated, the only cards on the ban list go back as far as Sun and Moon. Hopefully this could change in the future though. So what have TPCI done about accommodating for the GLC format in TCG Live? Well, in a very recent maintenance letter on the Pokemon Forums website and in classic TCG Live and TPCI fashion, they stated that they would have to delay the release of GLC from its originally planned date, which is today, the 24th of April, to the 8th of May 2025, as despite updating the game to support GLC from today for 2 weeks, the TCG Live servers experienced quote-unquote unexpected and significant server issues with slow performance across the entire platform, which apparently was not picked up by their quality assurance verification passes before they updated the game. I imagine this was partially because loads of players flooded to TCG Live once GLC dropped, and the servers simply just couldn't handle the demand of all the players wanting to queue and play GLC games. So what has TPCI done as a result? Well, it's actually quite decent. They've The TCG Live is still under maintenance as I'm recording this video, but the most recent trainer trial called the Silver Series will run from whenever maintenance ends to the 8th of May, which is when GLC starts, and the March ranked ladder will also be extended. Gives you a bit more extra time to get those rewards. TCG Live GLC will also only be around for a couple weeks in trainer trials, although TPCI has just stated that they plan to return it in the future, which seems really exciting. Could we see GLC having its own ladder, or even its own ranked queue or something like that? That would be really cool. Let me know in the comments. TPCI has also opened up about how much the community cares about the game, which is obviously a lot, and have said that this post marks a step forward in keeping the player base informed about what's going on with the state of TCG Live, which seems promising on the whole, but it feels like they always say something similar like this in every announcement post that they make. But I've never seen TPCI go into so much detail about why they are going into maintenance in the first place and what they are trying to fix, etc. So it's like a whole different side for me that I've seen from TPCI when it comes to updating the community, which is absolutely awesome. So why should you, as a player of Pokemon Trading Card Game Live, care about the introduction of GLC to the game? Maybe if you're even not a big fan of the format. Well, I think you should care, because this is the first time where a very well recognised additional side format is about to make its appearance in the online client, and even though the format may not be in the game as a whole yet, the 2 weeks from the 8th of May will be a huge chance for TPCI to see how well the player base will engage with the format and receive feedback on it about potentially adding black and white and XY card support, for example, which could even further improve the game by adding the full GLC experience, or even adding, personally, my favourite format, expanded. What should you do, I hear you ask? Well, as soon as TCG Live drops with GLC on the 8th of May, make sure to play as many games as you can, and submit your feedback to TPCI on the Pokemon Forums website, or indeed Pokemon Support, which I will link in the description. That way we as a player base can have the ability to change TCG Live for the better, which could be really good for the game as a whole, as we've been waiting for some really, honestly, basic features for a really long time now, and this is the perfect opportunity. So what can you expect from me when GLC drops on TCG Live? Well, maybe some cheeky GLC gameplay, or a GLC best deck guide. I'm not really too sure yet, so you got to let me know in the comments what you want to see. But if you want to make it happen, make sure to subscribe to the channel with that notification bell on, so you don't miss another one of my uploads. But until next time, stay strategic, everyone. See ya.